Voting rights advocates in Kentucky say their work is far from over, despite Governor Andy Beshear's executive order last week restoring the right to vote to more than 140,000 people with felony records.
In part one of a two-part story, LEX 18's Mike Valenti spoke to an expert on U.S. election law at the University of Kentucky, who says the governor's order was just the first step in a long process.
With the stroke of a pen, Governor Andy Beshear re-enfranchised about 4% of the state's voting age population. Now the question is, how many of them will actually vote?
In the short term, I think we need to make sure we reach all of these individuals who have now regained the right to vote and make sure that they register.
Joshua Douglas of UK College of Law points to studies that show former felons who regain the right to vote have lower turnout rates than the general population. So a voter registration campaign leading up to 2020 will be critical. And in the long term,
I think we do need to change the state constitution, which requires a legislative act and then the voters in a ballot proposition approving new constitutional language because, as you noted, a future governor could rescind this order.
In 2015, outgoing Governor Steve Beshear issued an executive order giving voting rights to former felons. But his successor, Matt Bevin, rescinded the order shortly after assuming office. Douglas credits Andy Beshear for restoring these rights, but he believes it could have been broader, seeing that it only applies to a minority of the people disenfranchised in Kentucky, nonviolent felons.
If someone has rehabilitated themselves in that they've served all their time, I see no moral justification for denying them the most basic fundamental right in our democracy.
Mike Valenti, LEX 18 News.